Good morning, everyone. I think it'll take us a few minutes to get settled. This is very usual for us here in Whitefield. I think the trickle is not going to stop for the next half an hour, but we'll get started. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to our event. My name is Sumit Jain. I work for Kalari. I wanted to spend a few minutes giving you a little bit of background on why we conceptualize this event, why you're all here. Obviously, all of you here have been exposed to AI for a decade, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, Dan probably 5. As a technology area and as a research area, AI has probably been around for 5, 6 decades. It has gone through a few winters, probably 2, 3, and it seems like we are on a massive upswing in the interest in AI and on the focus in AI, whether it comes to academia, whether it comes to companies, investors, tech companies focus, and so on. A few events have obviously caused this shift of focus. The Google Cat experiment and the success of it, IBM Jeopardy, the victory, the AlphaGo victory, which I don't know if all of you are aware of, it's 2016, and obviously the self-driving cars, which are all over now. So one of the questions to answer is, what is driving this inflection and why now, right? I think 3 or 4 points. The algorithms are becoming better, they're learning faster. We have availability to learning data sets much more than we ever had before. We have compute, which is much more than we ever had before. There's obviously a lot of collaborative platforms available, and you can hit the ground running very easily through Facebook APIs, Google's APIs, everything. But most importantly, AI tools are at a place today that that you can believe that they work at an accuracy level which is acceptable for most kind of applications. If you think about it, robots are today able to mimic all kinds of human sensory perceptions. They can listen, they can talk, they can sense, they can smell, they can taste, they can touch, right? But I think what's most fascinating is, most practitioners believe that in maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we will get to a place where algorithms will start behaving like and learning like the real brain. Today, we are at a place where you can train algorithms to become good at doing something particular, right? But it is possible that in a decade or 2, we will have general AI algorithms which will be smart in general, just the way brains are. Obviously, especially in developed economies, but generally speaking, globally, we are already at a place where, everyday use cases have evolved for AI, right? Imagine going to a mall. Of course, you know what this is about. You see that logo over there. You enter a mall, you go do your shopping, you pick some, you drop some, you pay, you come out, and you have not interacted with a single human being, right? Being made possible, hopefully will become more possible. Welcome, Rajiv, talking about your company here. We have the personal assistants in the form of, Siri, Alexa, Mark Zuckerberg's Jarvis, and so on, will become very, very commonplace. We've all been in situations where if you're trying to schedule a meeting with 10 people, there are 20 iterations and, frustrating, tedious job. There is a software that will do that for you without you getting involved, right? There is diagnostics algorithms which on the back of millions of data points that they have learned over time can actually diagnose whether you have cancer or not better than a human being. Human beings can still have 7, 8, 10% accuracy level drops, but this algorithm is going to do better than that. However, use cases in India could be a little bit different, right? We could be helping farmers who are placing millions of calls to phone lines which are going unanswered. Nobody's there to answer them. We could be helping the government in identifying tax frauds. We could be helping the courts to take care of millions of cases that have been pending for 2, 3 decades overdue, right? We could be automating half of the $150 billion Indian BPO industry because a lot of that can be automated. We could improve low crop yields through use of drones and so on, right? What are technology leaders saying? I don't know if anybody can take a guess on who's saying that. This gentleman says that last 10 years have been about creating a mobile first world. The next 10 will be about creating an AI first world. Any guesses on who that is? Okay, so a few Googlers and ex-Googlers here, and I know some of them. So, and this time AI boom is different. There's a strong underlying driver for real value. One of the probably best known and best renowned scientists, Andrew, this is probably of interest to most investors. It is of interest to me. AI is going to generate more than half of VC returns in the next decade. I think it's a big, big statement. It's not being made by somebody who you don't know. Jim Breyer. Bots are the new apps. Any guesses on who's saying that? This company has not always been at the forefront, but I think they are trying to get to the forefront. Satya Nadella, and so on. And these people are not only saying this, these companies are putting their money where their mouth is. They've done various initiatives, acquisitions, investment, and they are all, I think, part of a huge arms race for AI talent, and you've obviously all heard about this. VC investments are showing a very, very keen trend on this as well. Last year alone, there were investments in excess of $4 billion globally done in the area of AI. About a third of these investments went into platform plays, which is very interesting, and the rest obviously went to application plays. We get these kind of questions a lot, right? Is the AI for real? Is it real this time? It has been around. Will I be left behind if I'm not into AI, if I don't get into AI applications for my company? Is the maturity curve for most companies there for me to be able to use it real time? How accurate are the AI tools, right? What are the best in business doing to utilize AI for practical applications? Which are the AI platforms that I can use? How can I get started, right? So, I'm not the one to answer these questions. Our experts are.